We back. We're back with episode 3. And 3 holds a lot of weight to me. My life path number, amongst a lot of other things. But the title of this episode is Cognitive Dissonance, a hell of a drug. Yeah. We going there. So let's jump right on in. And before we jump right on in, it's something that's so funny. I initially recorded what I thought was going to be the 3rd episode already. 45 minutes long, right? But I didn't check to make sure I had the proper headphones on. So I go to upload what I thought was going to be you guys' episode 3. And it's muffled and you can't hear what I'm saying. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, this is crazy. So when I was younger, in my early college days, I learned something called 12 P's. And that's prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Piss poor performance produces pain. Now, I'm sharing that because had I checked to make sure those headphones worked, we wouldn't be here right now, right? But as we are in, the retrograde period, things are going to happen. So, maybe I might have said something I wasn't supposed to say or missed something. So the universe got me wrapping back around. And so now we're here. So let's dive in. Cognitive dissonance, per Google's guideline, says, which is a noun, the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change. One more time for the people in the back. The state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change. Right? Let's dig a little deeper. It says this produces a feeling of mental discomfort leading to an alteration in one of the attitudes, beliefs, or behaviors to reduce the discomfort and restore balance. One more time. This produces a feeling of mental discomfort leading to an alteration in one of the attitudes, beliefs, or behaviors to reduce the discomfort and restore balance. Then it goes to say, for example, when people smoke, quote unquote, behavior, and they know that smoking causes cancer, which is cognition, they are in a state of cognitive dissonance. Pretty much saying, it's tried and true that cigarettes cause cancer or might lead to cancer, but people still smoke them. So you're in a state of cognitive dissonance because but you're choosing to stay unaware. So whatever happens to you is on you. We blunt around here. So yeah, the problem that's going on right now in society, in tradition, in families, in friendships is people are choosing to be ignorant. There's one thing if you just don't know. If you just don't know and you're willing to be enlightened, then that's that. But if you know and you choose to act like you don't know, then that's a whole nother can of worms, right? You'll have people who will read something and will see it over and over and over again, but if it makes them feel uncomfortable or it makes them feel like they gotta question themselves and they gotta step out of ego, they'll ignore it. They will completely ignore it. Like anything that I say, like I said in my last episode, has either happened to me or I know it because I've seen it or I'm going through it or whatever. So I don't have no shame. It is what it is. So I'm going to say what I'm going to say and I'm not going to apologize. If you're looking for apologies after what I say that might hurt your feelings, I'm not the one. Check yourself. Don't project on me. Moving forward. Cow milk. Whole milk. People will drink milk from a cow but won't breastfeed their children out of just not wanting to. The ones who can't, that's different. But will pretty much subject themselves to things that are inhumane. Do you see cows drinking human breast milk? Y'all have absolutely no clue what is in the milk, what's in the cows. the dairy and, the milk that you're drinking is causing the mucus buildup and causing the dis-ease in your body. But it's just like, it tastes so good, right? I don't want to do the options because they're weird, right? But you know that it makes absolutely no sense to drink from something that is not of you, but you choose to be ignorant on it. And then be trying to figure out what's going on with you, why you having any type of infection or, any type of disturbance because you're choosing to stay in the dark. I have no room for people who know for a fact that something is off. They'll feel it in their gut. They'll have dreams about it. It'll be told to them all different types of ways. They'll read it. It might just come up out of nowhere and still choose to not act on what they know. Cognitive dissonance is a hell of a drug because people like to feel good, right? When you have to question something and it gives you confusion and it makes you feel off kilter, people don't like that. People don't like that. People like the microwave stuff, the quick, fast, temporary highs, right? And will keep on having temporary highs to run away from a withdrawal because everybody knows withdrawal is painful. So they continue to act dumb and dissolute and not, really sit down and read and dig into stuff because it doesn't feed them. It doesn't give them a high. It doesn't give them satisfaction. I used to be an avid meat eater because that's what I knew. That's what I had grown up on. But there was a moment in time when I was young that I did try to go fully vegan and I got laughed at and whatever the case may be. So, I reverted back, but now I am fully vegan and, I knew back then that something was off. And you'll have documentary on documentary and documents and pictures and everything telling you what's inside of meat, the parasites and, what they'll do to you and how it can, throw your whole mental off and sleep patterns and, skin, all of that. And people will be like, nom nom, it's so good. And then be wondering why they're constipated or wondering why they're so angry. Like, you don't think that chicken didn't know that it was about to be killed? You don't think it was scared? You think, because you and your meat suit, that you're the only person that got feelings. You're the only entity that has feeling. How naive. You're trying to figure out, why you're never satisfied and you're doing as much as you can, but it's not really what you want to do. So now you just angry all the time. It's because of what you're digesting. And that's not even just food. That goes to social media. That goes to what you might hear from a friend, what you might see in family. That goes to what you do on your, alone time that's feeding your soul. And if it's not positive and it ain't positive, why you think you off kilter? People will read the Bible and not know that it's supposed to be allegorical and will fight tooth and nail to try to prove a point of something that's been rewritten over and over and over and over again because they're reading into it the wrong way. And now you tell somebody that they ready to fight, but they can't give you a reason as to why they want to fight. If people will be able to sit down and have honest conversations without ego and without dissonance, really not doing their research, then we might be able to get somewhere. But instead, we got people hee and ha-haing about made up fights to distract you and being so hyped that black people finally retaliated against the white man and this, that, and the third. Like, come on, like y'all come on. Look at what's going on for real. Y'all being distracted and how easily my people can allow others to siphon their energy. These rituals, these things that keep on going on around certain times. We got the Lion's Gate. And if you don't study astrology, or you don't study, how the moon and how, the planets function in, relation to yourself, do you want to understand what's really going on and how they dupe y'all every year and every cycle? And y'all just eat it up. Now, I'm not one, I don't have dry humor. Like, I like to laugh. And anybody that knows me knows that I can give you laughs as well. But I'm way more, in tune to know, all right, what's going on for real? You know what I mean? What are they doing right now? What's going on? Let me check these numbers real quick, because I know something is going on to where they're trying to distract us from something bigger, And I'm the type of person, I'll dismiss all of that. I won't post. I won't look at I'll dismiss all of that, because I already know what's going on. But if you refuse to do the work and to really dig in, you're going to be a part of that circus just like everybody else. And you know what's in the circus? Clowns, right? I'd rather be the one that's, outside, ostracized by myself, than be a clown for somebody else, for real. They say birds of a feather flock together. So if you riding with a clown, with a couple of other clowns, chances are if somebody looks in your car, they're going to think you're a clown too. Won't be me. That cognitive dissonance stuff, because everybody want to be clowns together, will have you drowning, and not knowing why. Cognitive dissonance has been a tradition. A lot of people will say, well, I'm this because my parents were this, or this is how I was raised, or I went to this school because, my parents went here, or I'm in this profession because it's something that's in my family. And if you would have asked their 5, 6, 7-year-old self what they wanted to be when they grew up, it probably is nothing like what it is they're in their profession doing right now, right? Because that young person probably had their etheric cord still connected to the spiritual realm, letting them know, who they are, what they're supposed to be doing this lifetime. And if they were incarnated into a family of, or two friends or business, whatever it is, if they were incarnated into that, they might not know, what it is that they really wanted to be, because it probably got cut off early due to the circumstances of their reincarnation or incarnation. So let me explain that. If you have a mission this lifetime and you chose to incarnate here, maybe last lifetime you fulfilled your mission and you chose to come back during this great awakening to help teach, right? You probably 9 times out of 10 incarnated to, narcissistic dynamics, incarnated maybe into poverty and had to go into wealth, or incarnated into wealth and then have to be put in poverty to get back to wealth, or you might have incarnated to not knowing a father, or not having a mother, or not having some dynamic of love, right? So if you've incarnated into those dynamics 9 times out of 10, also those people, places, things, or whatever will be unaware. They will have no connection to their consciousness. Their third eye will be completely blocked. You either are supposed to pull them out of that and they ascend, or they don't. That's the harsh truth. And they'll reincarnate and do it all over again. And you'll go through hard truths. And most of you have been born with gifts that other people might have seen and, totally wanted you to not know that you had them. So that dream or whatever you were supposed to be gets thrown out the window and you're thrown into a profession, and that's just what it is. And then you wonder why, you're upset, or you're not happy, or you're unfulfilled because you're doing something you ain't supposed to be doing for a quick buck. And if you didn't answer your calling, 9 times out of 10, you're being dissonant as well. And you went along with the people who are being dissonant. And you'll know, because some things just won't feel right. They won't feel right. It makes you sick to your stomach, certain things. And it's because you have a deeper inner knowing that something ain't right. But, you know, your mother might not like that. Your father might not like that. Your friends or your partner might not like that. Your company might not like that, because people don't want you to speak out. People don't want you to be authentic. People don't want you to be unapologetically you, because it scares their demons. It makes them have to do the work. And people don't want to do the work because motherfuckers be lazy. They be lazy. They don't want to do the work. They want it to come easy, or they want somebody else to do the work, and they just want to siphon off their energy. Ride their coattail. Y'all be pumping that cognitive dissonance in y'all veins like a drug. Like a drug. Will literally watch people explain something that has happened to them, give you the evidence, tell you, hey, this is what you should do so this does not happen to you. And you'll be like, I don't believe them, because of the person who said it. Because you don't like that person, because it makes you question what you're doing. And y'all be having the wrong direction of things, like worried about the wrong shit, instead of focusing on what you're supposed to be doing and why you're not digging into that feeling of something ain't right. Y'all more involved in other people's shit, other people's life. Make it make sense. If you're a person that's self-aware and you think that you're depressed, or you think that you're stressed, or or you get around certain people and you feel that way, and then when you're not around those people you don't feel that way, or when you're not at that job you don't feel that way, or when you're not engaging in certain conversations with this party you don't feel that way, make it make sense. The dissonance will creep in when you having lonely nights, or you think that you're lonely because you're still not having self-love. The dissonance will creep in when you feel like there's nothing else left, and you gotta go be codependent on somebody else to help you so you don't have to do the work. And the dissonance will creep in and will take over you like a spirit, like an entity, and make you just like, no, I don't know. Like, that's how y'all be acting. Like Scooby-Doo. But y'all be knowing. And then be so distraught when karma comes and bites you in the ass because you decided to act unknowingly when you knew. And then when the universe gets its lick back, y'all be sad and be trying to figure out why y'all going through karma. Because you wanted to be dissonant. You wanted to have this cognitive dissonance because your ego wanted you to. There is no reason for protest with no action behind it. They say prayer without works is dead, right? My people will go out and protest, and they will go out and plead and apologize, and from the same people who've oppressed you, who've demonized you, who've made your ancestors feel like nothing when they were something, chastised you, burned you at the stake, all that shit. And you want to go lock hands with them. You want to go sign contracts with them. You want to go beg them for shit that you can do on your own. These people are laughing at y'all. They are not. They will give you a little bit of aid here and give you a little bit of aid there just to keep you whirled in, just like the doctor's offices. You go there and you say, ha, doctor, I'm sick. It's you. They prescribe you something, get you hooked on it, have you coming back for more, instead of telling you really the problem that you're having is being unaware of what you're doing to your vessel, what you're ingesting, what you're digesting, what you're not, and what you are doing to your temple. You can't believe that certain things aren't tried and true. They will do these tests years and years before you even think you got some type of sickness, and then see how you will react to it by tests that they do, and be like, okay, this is what we're going to prescribe, because this is going to make them, keep coming back, and this is what's going to get the bucks. And y'all eat it up every single time. Some of y'all even, I ain't going. My street pharmaceutical people, do y'all thing. That's all I'm gonna say. But don't shoot the messenger, whatever. But see, with me, the doctor's office don't like me. I had to take my kids so that I can get, their weight and whatever, and or if I have to put them back in school, whatever the case may be, they need certain paperwork if I'm not homeschooling them, right? And they'll be looking at the chart and they'll be like, dang, they ain't got no shots, no vaccines, no nothing. As soon as I go in there and I let them know off the rip, nope, no, none of that, no shots today. Just let me know if she's in the percentile they supposed to be, and whatever the case may be, until I can teach myself how to do it, because that's what I do. And they get me in and out. They do not like when I show up, because they already know. Yeah, she don't play about her. She don't play because she knows, and they're not expecting you to know. They banking on you having cognitive dissonance from the rip, right when you jump into this realm, and on your quote unquote birthday, that has become a ritual now. Every time you celebrate it, but that's another podcast. When you jump here, that's why most of you cry when you come out. But when you jump here, right from the jump, you have your whole, everything is wiped clean. Everything is wiped clean. Some of you, but the bulk of you it is. So they're banking on that being your life, of you not tapping in, of you remaining ignorant, of you not, trying to figure out, okay, who am I? Let me figure out, like, all of y'all that don't use these vices that's out here to tell you who you are, you're doing yourself a disservice because you want to be spooky. All right, cut that spooky stuff out. The half of the reason why some of this bad stuff that's happening right now is because something called karmic law. And that means pretty much, these evil entities can do whatever they want because they're showing you what they're doing, i.e. movies, TV, the news, that's all related together, and whatever else. They're broadcasting it. They have to show you. So people be like, I don't understand why God would allow this and why God wouldn't allow that, and whatever the case may be. But don't understand what's really going on. So they just become sick and ill, waiting and pleading, trying to figure it out instead of doing the freaking work. Doing the work. Doing the shadow work, tapping in with self, researching, and having that aha moment. I promise you, if you really want to know something and you put it out there in the universe is going to give it to you. Now, if you say, nah, I can't believe that, then, well, you missed your opportunity. No one likes a missed opportunity. Those don't feel good. Because you never know if it's going to come back around again. There's all different types of things out here to take you into what they think, what these, places think is enlightenment, when all actuality, if you're really supposed to be enlightened, you won't need these other vices, places, organizations, or whatever it is to give you enlightenment. And that's the world raw facts. when you're supposed to be doing something and you decide, you know what, I'm going to detach from every single thing and really dig into this thing, you will be fed exactly what you need. My collective, you know that. But some of y'all be just scared to be by yourself. Why y'all don't like being by yourself? I love being by myself. I love being by myself. I love interaction too, but with like-minded people, because I can't have empty conversations. I don't do small talk. I don't, nope. Yep, I sure will ignore it. I can't do it. And those are my boundaries. And you know, when you put boundaries up, collective, people don't like it. You know why? Because they don't have the same access to drain you of your energy like they did before when you didn't have those boundaries. When you become self-aware and more knowing, you realize that you have to put these boundaries in place so people do not kill you, unalive you. People don't drain you so much that you just have nothing but your vessel, your meat suit. You don't have nothing left because you've given it all. Because you don't want to say no. No is a full sentence, period. No. And if somebody can't take your no, they don't need to be around for your yeses. They don't need to be around for your high periods. They don't need to be around for none of that. They don't need to be around. And if you don't have enough courage to say, you know what, I can let this go. And if it comes back and, you know, apologetic and willing to dive in and see what it really is that you're talking about and learn, then, you know, that's that. But if people playing on your time, stop allowing people to be around and be ignorant when you're knowing. What are you getting out of that type of partnership? What are you getting out of that? An ego stroke? You're playing yourself. Get around some people that's on your level or above so you can learn and so you can change humanity. For real, because what y'all really think we here for? Cognitive dissonance is a hell of a drug. Is taking our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers, our kids. Because people just don't want to wake up. Cognitive dissonance has killed so many relationships. People be holding on and hoping that the person will see them for them. But for real, they got fake who they are to their partner. For some likes. For some, that's couple goals. Them people don't even like each other. Couple goals. Been there, done that. And these people will be going through domestic violence. Been there, done that. These people will be going through relationships where somebody has not healed themselves, their wounds, and they will project it onto you and make it your issue to fix it. Been there, done that. That's that ignorant shit. When people don't want to take accountability. They'd rather be dissonant because toxicity feels good. They don't know nothing else. That's what they were born from. They don't know nothing else. Then when somebody comes along and tries to teach them, it don't feel right because it's new. What Drake say is anything I'm doing brand new. Last night, I be in my bed. Last night, I was listening to some old Wayne. Anybody that knows me knows that, like, 17 years old, about 15 years ago, for me, Wayne was on a stretch. That was my guy. Like, I was listening to everything Wayne, right? So I like to, get into my zone, right? Just zone out. So I put my music on, and sometimes if you know me from being I'm a singer and a rapper and ghostwriter and all of that, you know how I get down. So I like to test myself. So I'll listen to some old, but I always go back to Wayne. So I was in my bed last night and I was like, let me put some old Wayne on. So went into my YouTube, went down. I was like, all right, we going to play the first joint that pop up. And my song that pops up, and he be like, riding around the city with some brand new heat, brand new car, brand new feet, brand new seats, brand new smell. Put out the roach and light a brand new L. What'd he say? Fuck you, bitch, I'm acting brand new. That's my shit. So I was like, you know what? it relates, and we go back to, you know, people not wanting to change. They don't want to act brand new. Man, I love getting brand new. I love getting some new clothes, a new hairdo, a new perfume, my nails done, my feet done, you know, just loving on my vessel, having that self-love, you know what I mean? That ain't nobody else gave me. I gave it to myself, right? I don't know why, but Wayne be having me feeling like that girl. What? He be having me feeling like that girl, especially grown men with currency. Girl, you are so fine. I wish that I can get you. What? He be making me feel like I'm on top. And I get out of body sometimes, you know, when I listen to Wayne, because he really lyrically there. And it baffles me how people can't shake that. Like, get out your body, get out, like, make you, you know, not, I don't know, metaphysical stuff. I'm just talking about, like, really vibing, right? Really vibing, being you, not giving a fuck what nobody think, nobody say, nobody, nothing, just being you. Who cares what people think? That dissonant stuff will have you with your soul outside your body and your hand and your heart, trying to piece everything together and figure out what happened. You be sitting there like, wait, what happened? And then time will just be just like that, and you can't get it back. You can't get it back. A lot of you are not being present enough to really take hold of your life. Snatch it back. Stop allowing people to walk in your birthright. Stop allowing people to walk in your energy. There's a reason why your voice is so valuable. Why people don't want you to talk. Why people don't want you to be you. You know why? If people who know me intimately, if I were to go to one side of the mall and you would be at the other, and I called your name, you would know it was me calling your name without seeing my voice, right? Your voice is the only thing that is natural to you that people can identify you by. You know, you have body parts and you have fingerprints and everything, but your voice can change everything. That's why it's imperative. My people that have been through some shit, that have come out, that are now self-aware, and you know, people around you don't want to, you know, they want you to be the old you. Fuck them people. Listen, y'all better talk. Y'all gotta talk, because if y'all don't talk and stand in your awareness, you're doing yourself a disservice and not walking in your purpose. Y'all be going out here sad, and I just be sitting back and I'll be like, damn, I knew that. I told them that. I tried to warn them that. People don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. They rather be unknowing, and then, you know, when disaster strikes, it's like, damn, I wish somebody would have told me, or I wish I would have, so I had some help. And I just be like, I'm not a person to say I told you so. I just be like, you know, I'm the type of person, because of my high empathy and me being an empath, I go into it and I try to find a way to soothe that person. Or sometimes I just won't say anything, because it's just like, come on, you knew this, you know. But I love her, so I'll go in and I'll try to, you know, find a different way for them to look at the situation, because I've been there. But some of y'all, like, y'all deserve to be popped in the head real quick with a newspaper. For real. Happened to me. But I don't mind being that brand new person, or whoever else that might have knew me, this, that, and the third. It's like, if you don't elevate, what are you really doing? People don't want you to elevate. They don't want you to elevate. They don't mind if you elevate, but don't elevate past them. Don't elevate past them. No, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. They don't want you to do that. Instead of trying to build with you and figure out how, you know, you can add to their, you know, whatever they got going on, and they can add to whatever you got going on, and network, and each one reach one, teach one something new. They want hate. They want to try to tell people lies and rumors and stuff about you, so people can't come your way. If you really goated like that, if you really the one, if you really have a protection around you, nothing they do it's not gonna happen. So you might as well just get on your horse, do what you gotta do, because you're untouchable. you know. And sometimes people will be able to get in and test you real quick, and it's just so your team, your protection, and everything that you got around you can test that person and be like, yeah, that's another slap on the wrist, more karma for you. You just racking it up. Let these people rack their karma up for being unknowing of what they're supposed to be doing, who they are and who you are. Like, y'all better get out here and be brand new. For real. I even made me a playlist last night of all that old Wayne. No ceilings and all. No ceilings, motherfucker, good morning. Like, y'all about to get me back in my bag. Please. If you're around people who engage in cognitive dissonant behavior, give them a seed, let them plant it, let them water it on their own. Don't spoon feed it to them, because they're never going to get it. And you have to be comfortable with detaching from them, because it's only going to put you out of alignment. And when you're out of alignment, that's when chaos brews. When you're in alignment, that's where peace and harmony is. It took me a minute to get adjusted to peace and harmony, because I was so used to something just happening and me having to fix it and whatever. And like, no. PTSD. Yeah, we definitely won't talk about that on the next one. So help these people or don't. Me, for real, I'm just gonna put out what I need to put out, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, oh well, I could care less. I'm worried. I do what I need to do for my children and for the needy and for the ones who want to be enlightened. Like it or not. Like it or not. And you know what's crazy, my throat chakra has been acting up, and I see what's going on, but I'm gonna still say what the fuck I want to say. And with the peace and prosperity, I'll talk to y'all soon on next episode. Charisma D, I'm out.